one of the easiest ways you can go and give online would be going to our church website. So I'd click the internet, like my internet Safari page or Google Chrome, whatever you use for your internet search engine. I would go to our church website. That's www.nwpark.org, and it would take you directly to our church website. As you can see, I'm on our church website, currently using my iPad Pro, which is similar to a laptop. I'm using it like a laptop right now in order to do this tutorial. Right there, you would see give here, click here to give online, powered by Tithely. I would click on that, and it would take me directly to this Tithely waiting room, or Tithely like sub screen is what it would be. And this is directly for our church. You can see it says Northwest Park Baptist Church. So this is a sub screen that is for our church to give online through. So I can type in the amount I want to tithe. Let's say I want to give $100. You got to make sure that you type in 4 zeros. Make sure your decimal points are right. So you type in $100, and I can give it to the general fund, and you can see through there. And when I click over to where it says general fund, that little drop down arrow, you can see all the different ministries you can actually tithe to. You can go to our general fund, which will just go into the general church fund. You can go into the building fund, benevolence, food pantry, missions, or coins for camp, for our RAs and GA camp or RA camp, or to our youth group. Those are the options we have currently. We can build more options along the way, but you can specifically choose where you want to give to. Also, you can even set up a reoccurring giving. Let's say I want to tithe and keep my tithe going monthly or weekly. I can put reoccurring giving to which one I want to do, the general fund, whatever ministry I want to tithe to. I can set it up to be every month, every 2 weeks, or the 1st to 15th of every month. And I can do that on specific days. So, for example, I get paid on the 1st and 15th of every month. So I'd put it on there on the 1st and 15th. So I know that when my paycheck comes in, my tithe is going out immediately. I don't even have to think about it. Or I can just do a one-time donation. I don't click the reoccurring giving, and it stays there. Now, under that, as I scroll down, I have 3 options, different ways to pay. I can put my card where it says, I can make sure that I've checked the card option. I can add my payment method. Right under that, it says add payment method, which is I just put in my card information, credit card, debit card information, right here on the screen. I can put in my bank information, where I just put in my checking and routing number. Or finally, because I'm on an iPad, you can use Apple Pay, and where my information is already on my iPad, and I can just use Apple Pay to pay. But let's say I want to use my card. I would put my card in there. You can see right there, it says credit card, debit cards. I would add it. It's telling me right now I have no cards on file, but I would add in a card on file. And from there, I can choose to cover the fees. Now, the fees are about $3 to every $100. And that means if I were to tithe, let's say $100, the church would get $97, and Tithely would get $3, approximately $3 per $100. I could actually choose to cover those fees. So let's say I wanted to cover the fees, and I click that. I would actually be tithing when it was all said and done, and I press submit. I would actually be giving $103, or that 3% of whatever I'm giving. I can choose not to cover those fees, and I would just be giving $100 out of my bank account, and Tithely would get $3, 3%, and the church would get $97, which is 97%. So those are some options. Under that, it gives me those options to put in my street address, city, state, zip code. That's just for accountability purposes, phone number. I can even set it up to give on a different date. Let's say that it's the first of the month and I'm not doing a recurring payment, but I really want to make sure that I put my money into Tithely. I give my tithe, but I know that money's not going to come into the fifth. I can actually offset my submission and put a memo under that on where I want to give. Now, after I gave, I would press the give button, and at that point, it would send me a receipt saying thank you for your submission, so on and so forth. Now, if I can go back right here, I'm going to try to give $1 and just do one payment. Make sure that I have my payment. So I would have to put in that information, but once I press that, I'd get give. I would say give, and it would go directly to the receipt, and you would receive confirmation that that money has been transferred from your bank account onto our church account, which means your tithe has been confirmed. So anyway, that is the quick tutorial on how to give from our church website through Tithely and to our church. That's an easy way to tithe.